Hey filmmaker, Chung here. In this video we're going to talk about why you should start making micro movies, especially when you're a startup filmmaker. Micro movies are short films that are around 60 seconds up to 3 to 4 minutes, and this is really dependable on the competition itself or film festival, how they set up the rules. But there are specific micro movie film festivals or film competitions that are for 60 seconds, and this is a very interesting format because 60 seconds doesn't really require a lot of big budgets because you're not filming a lot of days for it, and you could basically make a 60-second movie in one day, even filming it and directly editing it, because it doesn't really require a lot of things to do. But yeah, with making 60-second movies and also being so quick, you can quickly fill up your portfolio with a lot of short films like this or micro movies like this, and yeah, having enough footage also to cut up a really nice show reel to show like potential clients or potential teams to work with. For example, if you're a cinematographer that you want to work with other teams on different projects, that you have something to show them. But the main thing is like yeah, making this short film, you do need to have a specific thing you need to know about. So you might think that yeah, how do you show things in 60 seconds, but my own experience with editing a lot of movies or short commercials and such, I do feel like yeah, you can hold a shot easily up to 3 to 5 seconds. Anything faster than like 3 seconds often become a quick flash that yeah, quickly show and maybe not give you enough time to register what is being shown. So 3 to 5 seconds is actually a better timing to actually convey a certain message. And that will mean that you have around 12 to 20 shots that you can show. So it is honestly quite a nice big number for a lot of things that you can do within. And overall, the main thing that is very important is writing the script for it. So actually build up a really good story that have like a structure or a normal story structure. Introducing the character, it doesn't need to be like introduction, really having a big backstory, but just showing who is the main protagonist in the story, yeah, what he's going to do, or showing what kind of person he is just visually without really having to talk about a lot of things. And then giving him a conflict or a problem and that he needs to solve basically, and then how he solved this problem or how it resolved into maybe a twist of him not resolving the problem or something else happen. But main thing is like it needs to have like a good story. So for me, like you need to really have a real story to make these kind of micro movies, instead of how certain people sometimes think like micro movies to join in with like a B-roll video that doesn't add up anything than just like pretty images that is on a music on a fast beat. Honestly, those videos maybe like few years ago were hits, but right now if you send those in, most of the judges have seen a lot of them, and honestly you won't really get a win out of those. So it's better to actually write a actual story, have like a actual short like micro movie with an actual story base behind it that can convey like a good feeling out of it, or a sad feeling, or a actual emotion that people can actually like feel from this short micro movie. But main thing, yeah, with building these micro movies, it doesn't require a lot of budget, doesn't require a lot of time, and there's quite a lot of competitions you can work on. And I feel also like a lot of these competitions don't really have like a like minimum that you can or maximum that you could enter with, so you can actually make quite a lot of these short films. And often also these micro movies competitions have multiple categories that you can join in, so you could like try and make a micro movie for every of the category. And yeah, the great thing, of course, joining these competitions, if you win or if you get enlisted in top 10 or even top 3, that people will know your name and people would like get to know you and want to work with you if you, of course, get to win. And yeah, it's just a good way to get your name out of there into the film competition world, but also people who are competing with it can actually see your work. An advice of inspiration for these kind of micro movies are advertisements. There are like Thailand live advertisements, like insurance advertisements, which are story based, and like basically a lot of the advertisements that has a story involved in them. Those are really good inspiration how to actually build up such a short micro movie. And one thing though with a lot of those kind of commercials often are voiceover based, and yeah, it is a certain movie style, but if there's too many of the similar kind of movies, I would say that it might be very repetitive for the judge to see and feel like a lot of them are very similar styles. So one advice I do have to say is when you're making these micro movies, you could try to make a kind of a silent micro movie, have it conveying most of the story by imagery and maybe a little bit by sound. However, not really have to require with using any dialogue. And other thing that you could try if you want to work or quickly on such a micro movie and not really have to hire an actor is try to make a story based on an inanimate object, like just have like an object showing a story through an object, which is quite an interesting way to do it. I've done it before, showing a water drop from a mountain going all the way down to the sea and having a journey between it. So there is ways to like show a story without actually needing an actor. So that is also a very interesting way to make a micro movie. So in the description below, there'll be a link to Film Freeway, where there's actually quite a lot of film competitions, and there's also quite a lot of micro movie competitions that you can join. And if you have any questions, please comment it in the comment section here below. And while you're there, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to see more movies, there'll be videos popping up right now that you can click on. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.